Hey folks, this is Vince with Ads Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly check out Farthest Frontier. This is a game that you can find on Steam's Early Access program for about 30 bucks or so. I stress early access, that means everything that you're about to see is subject to change. Although, based on what I've played, it felt like a fully finished game, but I'm sure there's some optimization, some bug fixes and the like that need to be addressed. This is more of an impressions kind of video, not a full-blown review. This is a kind of game that I would need to play for, I want to say 10 plus hours to really properly review it. And with Steam Next Fest, I don't have a whole lot of time, but I'll come back to this because I'm really enjoying it. This is Banished 2.0. That's what this game is. It's a city builder, lots of fun. There's Pioneer, Trailblazer, and one other difficulty. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but it's like a harder mode. And then you can choose your map type. So there's like lakes and plains and highlands and different things like that. There's also the ability to change your map size. You can change your max population limit. By default, it's 500, but you can increase that. But the game warns you not to do it because, like, it'll really tax your system. And I did notice that when I'm in windowed mode and I'm playing the game, everything else on the rest of my computer seems to slow down. Like if I'm watching Netflix or whatever, I'll notice that the movies don't play right. So this game does take up a fair bit of resources, at least on my computer it does. So as I indicated before, this is a Banished 2.0 kind of thing. I really would have liked some kind of map generator that I could like create myself or specify or preview the map before I accept it, because when you're first putting your town center down, it's super important to put it near resources that your villagers need: food and wood and clay, other resources that you'll find along the way. So, and when you're doing that, it's difficult you can't even pause while you're doing that, which is kind of weird. Like the game doesn't actually like allow you to do much until you place your village or your town center. But once you do, I was discovering Banished all over again. I'm not particularly good at it, but I enjoyed this one because like it went into like crop rotation, which I don't remember in Banished. I could be wrong, but here you choose between different crops, and these different crops have different resistances to heat, to cold, to rain, to different weather effects. And there's even like a soil mixture bar, and you can add add clay or add some other resource, sand I think it is, in order to like make the soil softer, harder, whatever the case is. And different crops require different settings. So you're actually dragging crop types into a bar on 3 different crop rotation years, and you can actually see the fertility change and all that. That's really cool. The storage area, like the window that shows you all of your resources, that's where you can set like limits. Like I only want 200 of this. But I found other games like Kingdoms Reborn to be a bit easier in that regard. Like I can do it all from one window in Kingdoms Reborn. I can go, I only want 100 of this or 200 of that or 300 of this made. Here it's like I feel like I have to click on every single resource in that window to actually designate I want a limit on this. So that can be a bit frustrating. I wish there was like one giant window where I could go down the line 100, 200, 100, 200, 100, 100. You know what I mean? Just so that they're not continuously making things and draining other resources. Because, a lot of resources in this game, A leads to B leads to C kind of thing. Now, I found myself early on, like, losing food. What's cool is that the game tells you how many months left you have. In the very top middle next to the season bar to the left of it, there's like just a food indicator, and that's how many months you have left. And that's like a combination of all the different things you have. So I did 3 different gathering huts, and there is like adjacency bonuses and penalties in this game. Putting 2 wells next to each other is bad. Putting 2 gathering huts next to each other is bad because you're interfering with their radius work, whatever. So that's a thing as well. So there's like a lot of little idiosyncrasies in this game, like little details that I'm not used to from Banish, but it's a welcome change. And I know I'm comparing this to Banished a lot, but that's my frame of reference. I've played a lot of city builders, and they each have their own little unique way of playing. But this one felt more like Banished to me. And the way that your buildings go and the progression, there's no research tree. Rather, it's based off of what you've built prior. This building can't be unlocked until you've built this. This building can't be unlocked until you built this. You can't get to tier 2 of this building until you unlock tier 2 town hall, which requires these many resources, and then you start earning gold. That's when like the taxes start kicking in later on, and your buildings start requiring gold to even be maintained, not only to build things but to be maintained. So in the beginning I was keeping my population small so I wouldn't run out of food, but then I'm like, well, this whole tax collection thing is going to take forever. I need more people to increase my tax, because the traders that are stopping by aren't, like, they don't want the things that I'm offering, that I have in excess of. So like I'm relying on taxes right now. So like all in all, this is a really cool like city builder game. Like time in real life was passing faster than I expected it. Before I turned around, it's 6 o'clock already. I better stop what I'm doing and go eat dinner. So this will keep you busy for a while. Again, it's $30, and what's weird is that this game was made by the same developers who did, I think it was Crate Entertainment. They did Grim Dawn, which is like a Diablo-style top-down action RPG. So they went from action RPG to city builder, and I just thought that was interesting. So, but they did a good job of this. I gotta say, they did a really good job. Little things here and there were frustrating for me. And you can turn the whole military thing off. There are like raiders in the environment, like raiding villages. So you will have to build a military at some point to defend yourself. But you can turn those off before your game starts, which is nicer. In fact, there's a whole slew of custom difficulty settings you can enable if you want to. So, all in all, this game is fantastic so far. Enjoying it. First impressions are good. So, give it a look. This is Vince. Thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all next time. Take care.